Audiobooks have made me such a better reader because I love how it entertains you kind of while you're listening, because I read The Book Thief as an audiobook, and they are in German accents, and they say the German words, and if I was reading it as a traditional book, I would have never been able to like read the German words also. So that's why I like audiobooks.
They help me see the book a little bit better and understand what's going on. And they also help me because, like, if we're going on a long car drive and my sister, she gets car sick when she reads, so I get to look around, or see the book, and my sister, she can't. So we listen to it and we get to bond over the book a lot better.
I like audiobooks because I can listen to them and maybe do something else like on the side and really pay attention to what they're saying.
Hi, I'm Dr. Rose Brock, and I'm a school librarian here in Coppell, Texas at Coppell Middle School West. I want to talk to you a little bit today about audiobooks, and specifically about audiobooks in the library. I wanted to talk a little bit about collection development and how you really build a robust audiobook collection. I also wanted to talk about things that you can do to market audio. I think really marketing audiobooks is really, really important. And here at West, we do that in a number of ways. We use displays, we use our windows as places to build promotion for audiobooks. As a school librarian, I think it's really, really critical that as I communicate with kids and we talk about listening and reading and just literacy in general, that I level the playing field. So when I'm talking to students, I really try hard to always ask students when they're wanting to talk about a book or they're looking for a recommendation, I ask them whether they want to read a book with their eyes, do they want to read it with their ears, and again, I feel like leveling that playing field is really, really important. I think it's also important for you to know that there are a number of awards that specifically evaluate and recognize the quality of audiobook production for children and teens. The first is the Audiobook Publishers Association. They do an award called the Audie, and that looks at the best in audiobook production for the year. The American Library Association has a couple of different awards. They have one that two of their divisions, YALSA and ALS, which are divisions that focus on services to children and teens, they award the Odyssey Award, and that particular award is for excellence in audiobook production. Each of those divisions also create best lists for the year. So YALSA has a best list and ALS has a best list, and those are great resources to go when you're trying to build a collection. Finally, the Recording Academies, Grammy also looks at best spoken word, and so all of those things collectively are great places to go when you are trying to figure out what to do. Just remember, if you build it, they will come and listen. So as you're building an audio collection, often what I'm told by librarians is, I love audiobooks, but I don't know how to secure money, or I don't know how to overcome the obstacles that I have. And often obstacles that are reported have to do with funding or gaining support. I think it's really, really important that you use things, tools like research that's been done on audiobooks. And there's a substantial body of work out there. I know I've contributed to it. I think you can also begin by looking at your own collection. You can look and analyze what you already have. If you're going to start, are you starting from scratch? Are there audiobooks already a part of your collection? If so, where do those audiobooks exist? Again, it's important that we want our audiobook collections to be robust, and we want them to be available to our patrons. So if they're sitting on a back shelf somewhere hidden where only our faculty can get to them, let's get them out into the collection where everybody has access. I think making a case for purpose, again, is also important. So again, I mentioned research. I think it's always important that we talk to our administrators about that. Everyone wants our kids to be literate, and so there are a number of tools out there that have already been produced to really give you the evidence. The work's already been done, so go out and find that. Discussing rationale to get buy-in from your administrators is really important. We want to show them why it's so critical that we have those tools in place for our students, and why listening is so very, very important. So now let's talk about sources for funding. funding comes in from a lot of different places. We've talked about our administration and really getting buy-in from them and getting buy-in from our faculty. You want to make sure you don't overlook some of the obvious places. Special ed departments are a great place to get support for audiobooks because of how well audiobooks work with students of special populations. In addition to that, and speaking of special ed, audiobooks in a school library collection really speaks to a least restrictive environment, and that's perfect for support of special education. In addition to that, many schools have ESL programs, and again, audiobooks really are a way to target instruction with those students. In addition to that, think creatively. One of the things that I was able to do was write a grant to IBM for audiobooks and received a nice substantial amount of seed money that helped me build this collection. So look far, look wide, think creatively. You'll get funding from lots of sources if you just look widely.
I really enjoy audiobooks because they've worked really well for me. I've had trouble in the past with fluency in my reading and my speed, and then I started using audiobooks and reading along with the audiobook, and it allowed me to set a pace and read and know how much time I need to complete the book. And then it also gave me the option to go and do chores while I'm reading and listening to the audiobook, and then I could go back and pick up where I left off in the book, so that I could see both sides of the book, listening to it, listening and reading, and it's been great.
I like audiobooks because they kind of like set a pace for me to read at like a certain pace, because I read really fast. And whenever I read at a pace, I have more time to understand the concepts of the book and the terms and what the book has and the moral meaning and stuff.
I like them because like you can like imagine the setting, and there's a lot of like their tone of voice. Like not all the teachers when they're reading to you, they're kind of just like one exact same voice, but like the books you can read, like they read it to you in action with they go lower, higher, and like do the little characters.
I like audiobooks because they help me understand the book and like the tone. And whenever I just read it by myself, I just like overlook things, and I can't really picture what's going on in like my head. But whenever I use audiobooks, I can just kind of relax and picture it a lot better.
Action.
Hi, can I check out this audiobook, please?
Would you like a CD player with that?
Yes, please.
There you go.
Thank you.
I check out many of the audiobooks here, but I also like checking out many of the books on the iPad. You can go through the catalog of their many books, and you can check out a book. So you're Divergent. Play.
Harper Audio presents Divergent by Veronica Roth, performed by Emma Galvin.
Readers love stories, especially well-told stories, and audiobooks do just that. I think that as a librarian, one of the best things that I can do is offer a collection that speaks to all of my students, my faculty, my community, and audiobooks support literacy in so many ways. I hope you'll also build yourself a strong collection.